Next, I'd like to go over a series of important steps that you're going to need to know to make sure that your LED Neporal light works for you in an emergency. First of all, you must have a closed circuit. What that means is, it's a couple things. For the sake of the video, we're going to pretend that these two lamp bases are one. Let's say they are attached to each other. There's only one cord. These two lamp bases are one. I would not be able to screw in one light bulb and have it work during an emergency. I would also need to put a Neporal emergency light bulb into the other fixture. That makes it a closed circuit. If you have a multi-socket light, let's say like a vanity mirror that has 10 lights, 10 open sockets, you would need a Neporal emergency light bulb for each socket in order to call it a closed circuit. Keeping in mind, if you use a regular light bulb with a Neporal Rechargeable, it can cause the circuit to remain open. It can also cause flickering of the light bulb. Also, this is something that happens with any rechargeable light bulb. Another example of a closed circuit is wherever your light is plugged in, make sure that you do have another electrical appliance of some type plugged into the exact same outlet, just like this. Here I have my lamp with my Neporal bulb plugged in, and I also have my incense lamp plugged in. That makes this outlet a closed circuit. So if there is an electrical outage and I need my emergency light, it should automatically come on because I do have my closed circuit. If your light is controlled by a wall switch, you can't simply just flip it off because the light will not work that way. If I turn the light off, you see it's not going to work that way either. I will show you. You have to break your circuit. Your circuit must be broken in order for your emergency light bulb to light up. I'm going to show you now how we break the circuit. We're going to go down in the basement, but before we go, I want to explain to you this light, and I'll turn this light back on. These two lights, as I showed you before, are plugged into the same wall outlet, making that wall outlet a closed circuit. So when we go to the basement and we break the circuit, we should lose this red light. And the Neporal emergency backup LED light should remain on. So I'm going to leave this camera running and I'm going to go downstairs, show you how to break the circuit, watch this light go out and watch this one remain on. I'm going to turn off some of the other bright lights. I'm going to turn off my ring lights and the overhead lights so you'll really be able to tell when the light goes out and this one remains on. So let me darken the room right now. Okay, so that's about as dark as I can get it, but that is much better. You will be able to see when the magic happens. So here's my circuit breaker. I'm going to power it off, and we should have our emergency backup light operating properly upstairs. So let's go back up and check it out. So there it is, just like I told you, we lost our red light, and the emergency backup light remained on. So that's why it's important to have your closed circuit. Make sure that all sockets in a dual lamp or a combined lamp has a Neporal LED emergency light bulb. Make sure that your circuits are closed. Last but not least, remember that your wall switch will not turn the lights off and on. You will have to break the circuit in the basement like we just did.